Welcome back to the Yard Dad. So I've got ammonium sulfate here. I've been getting some comments and some questions about it and about applying it liquid-wise. So the form of this, it kind of looks like salt in this bag. Technically it's a granular. That's usually how I put this stuff down. It is just 2100, so it is 21% nitrogen, and that would be 0.21% of a pound of nitrogen per pound per 1,000 square feet. Now I'll put the formula up just in case I said that wrong. We will be using a pound of this per 1,000 square feet, and I'll be mixing a gallon of water to that pound of this. So 1 pound of ammonium sulfate is 0.21% nitrogen. So super easy. You could just put the decimal and a 0 in front of that 21 on the bag, and that's going to tell you it's 0.21%. Hope that makes things a little bit easier about pounds on the ground and stuff like that. No matter what, when we spray this stuff, I'll be putting it down in the front lawn, just on one side. We're not doing the sidewalk strip or anything like that. And then that way, after about 24 hours, I'll come back, and the next video, I'll show you the results of what that's looking like out front compared to the other section of my lawn in the front. That way we can compare this, test it, see if it works good. Usually when I put this down, I just throw it in a spreader and just throw it out there. You will not burn your lawn just throwing this stuff out there. But if you were to just take a bag of it or take what I'm mixing right now and pour it all into one spot, if you did that, it would definitely burn your lawn. If your grass is wet, it's not going to burn your lawn unless, of course, you consistently concentrate it into one area. So if I'm mixing in a bucket and I'm pouring it into my backpack sprayer and I miss the backpack sprayer, if that lands on grass, that will burn your lawn. Taking a bucket of this stuff that we mixed, and I'm walking around the yard and I'm just kind of splashing it in spots, right? And I've covered all over that lawn by splashing it, that's not going to burn your lawn. But straight up in one spot, concentrated, whether it's out of the bag, liquid form, whatever, that will burn your lawn. So best thing you can do is mix on concrete or mix on mulch, mix somewhere that's away from your grass. That way you won't spill granular and you won't spill any liquids, right? Concentrated in one spot. That's going to prevent you from burning. Now, nitrogen, I have cool season lawn. I generally only apply nitrogen in spring, which my spring lasts forever. We basically just now started summer. I've completed an overseeding, so I'm not afraid to spray this. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to harm my yard or anything like that, or, but I do have cool season, so I recommend, especially for my specific area, that you apply stuff like ammonium sulfate in spring or fall. Now, right now in warm season, people get it down for sure. Growing season for you right now. So, don't be afraid to put it down. Put it down early in the morning or in the afternoon if you want to be super safe about it. And then that way, it's not hot as heck when you're putting that stuff down. But it's still not going to burn it unless it's concentrated in one area. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to mix it, how I mix it. I usually just put it down as granular, but if you want to spray it, my main backpack sprayer is charging right now, but I'm going to take this, and what we're going to do is I got a coffee pot out here, and I'm going to take exactly 1 pound of this, measure it on the scale, and of course we'll pour it into the coffee pot, and then I'm going to pour some water on it. We'll mix it and see how it mixes. You can use warm water if you want. It's just going to make it mix faster. And then we'll pour it in, and then we'll fill up a gallon, exactly 1 gallon into this with that mix put in. And if you pre-mix like that, you'll know that it dissolved. So that's why I'm showing it like that. Generally, if I were to mix something, I would recommend putting it into a bucket or an old coffee pot because it's got the pour on it. That definitely makes things easier. Next video, I've got some of the MP rotors, the Hunter MP rotors. Shout out to another subscriber that, you want to see some of these. So I picked some up. I've got a couple of different radiuses and everything. So it should be pretty cool. that'd be in my next video. And then we still haven't done the lawn striper, but I'm thinking we're ready because it's, here's my setup for this. So we'll be doing the ammonium right here. And it is looking really, really nice up here. And then on this side, and those spots are greening in now that we fixed. And I'm basically ready for another haircut here. So we'll be doing that lawn striper for sure. It's ready now. But let's go ahead and let's grab this bag. Let's measure out 1 pound, mix it up, get to spraying. Like I said, we're gonna measure out 1 pound. And get this, got my scale here. We're gonna put this on. Make sure it says 0. All right, so that's 1/2. There we go. 1 pound right there. All right, so we got 1 pound of this stuff. 21.00. All right, so we got 1 pound. See, stuff looks weird. It's like a weird, I don't even know what's going on there. But anyways, so 1 pound, 21.00. So I'm just gonna take this water, and then we're just gonna pour this in. Let's see how this stuff dissolves. Looks like bleach. It's turning into bleach. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so it's looking like that. All right. Now I'm just gonna mix it up. What was that like? That was like 2 cups of water. It's almost totally dissolved already. Now look at that. It's dissolved. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead. So I'm just gonna throw this in the manual. And then we're gonna we'll be spraying all of this area from right here to right there. Super easy here. All I did was I filled it up, give it a couple shakes, throw it on, we'll get the spraying, and we're good to go. So like I said, we're just gonna be doing this front area right here. This is our test area. So I'll go ahead, start spraying that, and yeah. Got this whole area, so we started here and then sprayed it down to here, and then I did a little bit of the sidewalk strip as well, just a little bit at the end, but super easy. That was a very, very light amount that I put down. As you can see, it really doesn't need it. You can see those property lines. Yeah, and then I had just a little bit that was still left in there, and I'll probably just spray that in the back on the side or something. Good stuff. Ammonium sulfate is very, very easy to work with. If you want to mix it like that, you can, because it's totally sprayable and it definitely dissolves. So don't worry about that. Just externally do it, pour it in, and then top off, and then you'll definitely make sure. And yeah, looking amazing. Can't wait to use the lawn striper. So I put that formula at the beginning. You can memorize it and you can use that for anything. Doesn't matter on the NPK, and then you can just kind of figure out how much you need to use for what you're dealing with. I did this for 1,000 square feet, but that was a very light amount. It was just a minimum amount of the ammonium, but just doing a test here, and then we'll monitor the side. Next video, I'll put those sprinklers down. I'll get, I think I'm doing 4 sprinkler heads, and some of them are pretty cool. Like one of them's like, it makes a rectangle, the MP rotor. So it's like 5 feet out and then 30 feet wide or something like that. Those you can do on the sides of your house or like any side and any straight part. So we'll definitely be putting one of those down. And then another one is like a corner one, and then of course I have a 360 that we can put in the front or the back and the middle. I've had those sitting in the garage. They need to get installed, so that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, I'm recording this on my phone because I don't have the camera with me, but let's take a look at the ammonium sulfate the day after. Let's see what's going on here. Left side, where we applied, looking pretty nice. And then here's the other side where I haven't added any. So I don't know, you let me know what you think. But almost ready to cut.